Trick, and welcome back to Career Screen Honors. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my identity as an aromantic person. So this is actually going to be a collab with Baby Trick, actually. This is a video I uploaded, I want to say about 7 years ago. I uploaded the original video on my old YouTube channel on June 9th, 2017. And since then, I've discovered a lot about myself. I'm filming this on May 16th, 2025. So it's been almost 9 years since this has been filmed. And since then, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about being polyamorous and about what it's like to be groomed and what it's like to transition and what it's like to realize that I'm probably a system. Lots of stuff has changed since then, but I still feel at my core that I'm very aromantic. One of my first tattoos I've gotten, my fourth tattoo, is a Will Grayson tattoo. It, what's it called? For me, it's a fan with little pieces of paper slowly being turned off. It's a book called Will Grayson by David Leviathan and John Green. And it follows two people, both named Will Grayson. One's uppercase one, Will, and one's lowercase Will. And lowercase Will starts dating this boy online, and he eventually finds out that he's being catfished. But he describes the feeling towards he has to this online boyfriend as like basically turning off the fan of letting all these little pieces of his life that's all swirling around the fan turn off and it can maybe made sense of. So I actually found the official quote on Goodreads, and it says, I feel like my life is so scattered right now. Like, it's all the small pieces of paper and someone's turned on the fan. But talking to you makes me feel like the fan's been turned off for a little bit. Like, things could actually make sense. You completely unscatter me, and I appreciate that so much. God, I am so in love. And that was the quote that inspired the tattoo on my arm. And it definitely is kind of how I experience love. When I am with my partner, I feel like things can actually make sense in my life, but it definitely is not a romantic way. Right now, the only person I am romantically involved in is with River, and I can safely say that River is my best friend. Like, they're my husband, my caretaker, like my everything, but it's not necessarily in a romance type of way. I like hanging out with them. I like spending time with them. I like getting to know them, but it's not like in the way that romance was typically portrayed for me, especially as a kid. Especially being raised as a girl, I feel like I was sold this narrative in like Disney princess movies and through like Barbie and her Ken dolls. It's definitely like you have to have a man type mentality. And a lot of the things I used to really dislike about marriage, I've realized are things I was like beef with society as a whole and the sexist attitudes that surround our society. I definitely feel like we need to romanticize the more day-to-day aspects of our lives and rather than seeking out romance in the typical way that's marketed towards us. I feel like it's definitely something that is sold to us and shown on TV, but it doesn't necessarily translate into something that is desirable to everyone. And I personally have never desired that kind of affection. Like, I never pictured myself getting married. And even now, I don't want to sign the paperwork. I'm not comfortable signing the paperwork. I will happily spend my life with River and hang out with them every single day because they're my best friend and I love them. But I never want to sign that piece of paper. And for me, marriage feels like more like a contract that you're gonna love that person no matter what, or like at least be there for them no matter what. You're always gonna show up for them. And that's a contract that can't really just be backed out of. And that's really scary to me. But it's not necessarily in a way of like being scared to be committed to anyone. I'm scared to be committed to one singular person. I think that is something in this video that wasn't really portrayed. So let me just play it here, and editing trick will add little bits and pieces in.
So I figured I would just explain how I experience being aromantic and what it means to me, because it's really a new label I found fits me, but I didn't really experience this throughout my life. Like when I found out I was trans, I was like, okay, this makes sense. But like with aromantic, I wasn't exactly like sure. It's like a whole sexuality thing. I'm like very confused, and I just want someone to fuck me at this point. But this is supposed to be a serious video, so I'm gonna try not to swear that much. Try to act a bit more normal because I want to use this for educational purposes. So basically, how I experience being aromantic is I don't experience like romantic attraction. Like I'll see someone and I'll be like, I want to fucking bang that kid. I'm down for that. But but I don't want to like fall in love with them. I don't want to like go on dates and stuff. But the thing is, like I'm not afraid of it. Like I don't like commitment, but I think that's just me as a person. Like I wouldn't be able to get married. I wouldn't be able to. I don't like saying I'm in a committed relationship. I hate like if I call you my boyfriend or like my girlfriend, that means a fuck ton. Because I don't like that kind of label. I don't like that at all. I don't like being committed to just one person. I just and it's hard to explain. I've experienced a lot of sexual attraction to different people, and I'm be willing to start, or like I'm okay with romance, but I wouldn't necessarily just go out for romance. Like I'd mostly be for like sexual favors and being basically friends. Like I don't want like a designated romance. I don't want to be someone's boyfriend. I just want to be me.
I also do think that part of my experience being aromantic is growing up in an environment where I feel like my parents may be kind of codependent. Like they I feel like they really can't like one can't function without the other. And I have learned to really rely on my partner significantly. And I feel like with my mental illness, I tend to find myself so wrapped up in the identity of my partner that I often find it hard to really identify with Trick and to keep being myself. I think that that is definitely something I've struggled with my bipolar disorder. I also find myself like picking up identity, like parts of my identity from other people. Sorry about that. But yeah, I feel like I tend to get swept up in the personality of my partners and spend less time with Trick. And part of something I'm trying to do as I grow older is to lose less of myself in my relationships, platonic or otherwise. Um, and this could be like familial as well. Like I'm trying not to be the person that somebody else wants me to be. I'm trying to be the person I want to be. I want to be proud of myself. And I think that's part of why Baby Trick was so against the idea of getting married is because we don't want to be part of a whole. We want to be part, like, we want to be whole ourselves, if that makes sense. I don't want to be somebody's other half. I just am myself. Like, I'm a full human being as I am. Like, and I feel like that is something I definitely struggled with growing up as an AFAB person. It was being like, told that being a girl was not enough. You had to have a man so you could be like this full person. But I wanted I wanted to, and I still want to be like a whole person as myself. I'm whole.
Because I don't want to be in a relationship. I just want to be myself and have someone else be themselves. And we just happen to be together all the time and, like, fuck sometimes and, like, be nice to each other. But I feel like that isn't too much to ask for. I don't experience romantic attraction. I can't experience romantic attraction, but like, if someone fell in love with me, I wouldn't be opposed to saying I love them. Like, I'm okay with kissing and, like, hugging and, like sleeping, like, in the same bed, and I'm okay with that kind of stuff. But like, I don't want to be, like, called someone's boyfriend. I don't want to be in a serious relationship. I can't even imagine myself getting married. Like, even as a child, I could never picture myself getting married. Not in a suit, not in a dress, just not in general. Like, it's not like, oh, I could never get married to a boy, or I could never get married to a girl, or I could never get married in a dress. No, I just want to get married in general. I'd rather just want someone to hang out with and fuck sometimes, not looking for anything like that. And I don't think I'd ever be able to because I don't experience romantic attraction. Like, I love people, but not, like, as dating someone. Like, I don't experience romantic attraction to them, but you can still love someone without, like, being attracted to them, like, romantically. Like, I love my friends, but I don't want to date them. But even people I would be willing to, like, have sex with and love as a friend, I would not want to date them because I don't really feel romantic attraction to anyone at this point. And I feel like people are trying to force that upon me as a society with all these fucking romance movies, and, like, even in the queer community, most people don't accept asexual people or aromantic people for some unknown reason. Like, we're still here, we're still queer, and we're still allowed to exist. So I just want to make that, because not a lot of people are openly aromantic, and I wanted to be openly aromantic to anyone who is feeling things similar to me. And if anyone wants to talk about it, if there's, like, a better label, or if I'm using a label wrong, please let me know. Please tell me in the comment section below, and have a wonderful day.